Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. Want to welcome you back to another edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. In this series, we talk to the brand leaders about what they are seeing and hearing on the front lines of customer channel and brand loyalty. Today, we had the pleasure of speaking with Julia Draper. She is the Vice President of Marketing at rue21. They are a leading teen specialty retailer. They operate over 650 stores in about 45 states. Julia, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
When we start these, we like to get a personal connection, understand some things that you do and more about you. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do at rue21 and maybe a little bit about your background? And also, is there a fun fact, something you have a passion for? Maybe it's taking your kids all over the country, scuba diving or running or even working. Well, what's a fun fact? Sure,
absolutely. Well, great to be with you today. I'll start first with work. So as you mentioned, I'm the Vice President of Marketing at rue21. And in terms of our marketing ecosystem, I oversee brand marketing, CRM and loyalty, and then creative services. So, really, as we think about the pendulum of marketing being this blend between art and science, it starts with the customer data and the customer insights and really making sure that we understand what makes customers tick. And once we have those insights, we then bring it into our brand storytelling, and we ensure that everything that we do comes to life true to our brand DNA across all of our customer touchpoints. I'm really excited to talk to you about our loyalty program today. I know we'll get more into that a bit later, but that's something that we're really proud of and really excited about within our community. On a personal note, I have 2 young kids. I live just outside of Pittsburgh, which is where rue21 is headquartered. From a fun fact, I do love traveling with my kids. Traveling's taken a bit of a hiatus, in the last year or so, just given everything that's going on, although we'd love to get out and hike and explore within our area. But one thing that I am in the process of doing is getting my pilot's license. So something I always had an interest in from the time I was a kid, and have a number of hours under my belt. Did take a pause the last year or so over the pandemic, but really excited to pick it back up. It's something that's a little scary, a little exhilarating, gets me out of my comfort zone. And that's part of, I think, why I like it. It's just a chance to try something new. Perfect.
For those who may not know about rue21, can you give us a short history of rue21 and kind of the origins of the company and kind of what you guys focus on?
Absolutely. So rue21 is a specialty retailer. We've actually been around for just over 50 years. And we focus on trend and affordable styles for girls and guys ages 15 to 25. We offer clothing, accessories, beauty, intimates, and then activewear. We have about 650 stores, as you mentioned, and then we also have our e-commerce business. And, really as a brand, we are in a really exciting time as we continue to grow our customer file. We continue to really focus on developing our brand and creating brand awareness. And loyalty is certainly a big part of that, but really it starts with the customer. So it's a pleasure to be here. I've been with rue21 for close to a year and a half. Prior to that, I was at Victoria's Secret for a number of years. And, just a retail industry marketing veteran, and thrilled to be with this brand. There are exciting things going on, and it's a fun time to be here.
That's great. So the Rue Rewards program, good program, great program, doing some really unique things. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program, any new enhancements that you made to the program, and maybe a vision for what you would like to have the program do going forward?
Absolutely. So just a little bit of history about Rue Rewards. We launched it at a very unique time. So Rue Rewards is our loyalty program. We launched it in April of 2020. So as you can imagine, that was at the very peak of the pandemic when everything first began and stores were closed. So we did launch online only at the very beginning, and then we rolled it out to stores as stores reopened. So the program has been live for a little bit over a year, and we have over 6 million members. We're incredibly excited about the engagement that we've seen within our customer base. The program is a points-based program. So you earn points for the dollars that you spend, and then you get rewards that you can redeem. So in that perspective, it is similar to a lot of other specialty retail loyalty programs. Really what's unique about Rue Rewards and what we're so excited about is that we are constantly trying to look at the program and think about what are the benefits and what are those intangibles that our customers crave and they really want. So for us, loyalty is so much more than a program. It's a philosophy that we infuse into how we approach our go-to-market every day. And it's really about creating meaningful relationships with our customers and creating lifetime value with our customers. And so Rue Rewards, as we've continued to grow and evolve the program, the focus has shifted from purely enrolling people to thinking about how can we use this as a vehicle and as a way to create that meaningful connection. And so it's thinking about things like early access to product, content, and other exclusive opportunities that we can really celebrate and provide our members with, that really just gives them a reason for continuing to connect and engage with the brand.
Absolutely. When you launched the program in 2020, as Man mentioned, April 2020, I think one of the goals you had was converting in-store shoppers to omni-channel consumers. Everyone's trying to balance that. There's obviously this great push to digital. What did you mean by looking and kind of converting people to omni-channel customers, and how are you progressing towards that goal?
So if you've spent time in a Rue21 store, and if you haven't, I would encourage all of you to do so. Our store environment is lively and fun and engaging. Our associates are really, the eyes and ears of our customer, and they're just an incredible, aspect of the brand ecosystem. And so we have a lot of people who start their customer journey with Rue21 in our stores. And as we think about driving customer acquisition, we really have leaned on our store channel, and in particular, our loyalty channel, for driving that acquisition opportunity. And then once we've gotten customers into the brand through the stores where they can touch the product, they can engage with store associates, and they can really have that physical experience with the brand, we then use our loyalty program to create that ongoing connection to get our customers to shop digital and to continue to be omni-channel shoppers. So that's really where we're trying to create that connection, is how do we take a customer from being a single channel shopper to engaging and interacting and really delivering that long-term value through both channels of engagement.
Okay, great. When you look at your current customer loyalty program, what are 2 or 3 things that are working very well from a kind of driving behavior? Are there some key attributes of the program or key benefits that you think are doing well within the program?
Absolutely. So really, when we see our customers, they love the rewards. Our customers, they get the rewards when they earn a certain points threshold. And we are continuing to see our customers redeem those rewards, which is driving that second trip. That's always the goal, is to get the customer to come back in and to drive that incremental trip. And we absolutely are seeing our customers respond to that. So we feel really excited about their engagement there. And then as we think about the other aspects, we're getting a lot of great customer feedback through our loyalty program, through voice of customer, through what we're hearing from our store associates, and everything that we hear from our customers, we think about how can we make it a better experience for them. And so, we want to hear what customers love, and you also want to hear what are those opportunities where you can create a more meaningful customer experience. So that's definitely been another benefit of the program as well. And then, I think overall engagement, really at the end of the day, as mentioned, loyalty is about creating those meaningful connections. If it's right for the customer, and if they love the brand and are engaged with the brand, that translates to business value. And so it's really about how do we make sure that we're supporting and celebrating our customers so that they continue to be engaged and they continue to feel that Rue21 serves a purpose in their lives. And loyalty has absolutely been a vehicle for that.
Well, that's great. That's great to hear that you're having such great success driving that incremental purchase and creating that engagement early on in the program. That's great to hear. You expanded your plus size offering recently. I think now is in about 70% of all stores. How has that helped in engaging new customers, existing customers? What is that doing from a customer engagement and loyalty perspective?
Yeah, so we're really excited about our plus expansion. Rue Plus, which is what we call our plus portion of the business, is an important component of our brand growth and our business growth. Rue Plus is it's a part of the business that really allows us to represent the full size inclusivity as we think about providing options for all of our customers who want to engage with the brand and who want to shop with us. And so as we've continued to expand our plus assortment and our plus offerings from a physical retail and brick and mortar perspective, we also incorporate our plus sizes online. And so it really allows our customers to shop in the channel of their choice and to engage with the brand how they want to. And then from a loyalty perspective, we are continuing to think about what are ways we can connect loyalty to plus as well as we continue to grow that portion of the business, and really just make sure that all of our customers, regardless of girls customers, guys customers, what product they're buying, what size they're purchasing, that they really feel that authentic connection to the brand.
When you look at customer loyalty, one of the things that we love to do is get a understanding of how people are defining customer loyalty, because I think that qualitative definition is very important. So how do you define customer loyalty, and what does it mean to your organization?
So, at the truest sense, customer loyalty to us is so much more than a loyalty program. Customer loyalty is how our customers connect with and engage with the brand. So loyalty is, of course, a program for us, but to go beyond the program, it's about creating meaningful relationships with our customers that therefore translates into creating lifetime value. And one of the things that's been so inspiring from our loyalty journey has been how our entire organization has really leaned into loyalty as an opportunity for the entire business. Loyalty for us is more than just a marketing program. It really has become an entire business focus. Our store associates have just done a tremendous job of using loyalty as a tool to engage with customers in stores, to drive that enrollment, to increase their purchase value. And so loyalty, it's become a business driver, and it's become a customer engagement tool. But really, as we think about that qualitative definition, as you asked, the truest sense of loyalty for us is creating meaningful connections and relationships with our customers.
Absolutely. And when you look at customer loyalty, customer experience, there's definitely a push towards experiential rewards, kind of different types of rewards that are not just transactionally based or spend based. When you look at the kind of the expansion of that focus, what are you doing to reward your customers for things other than transaction?
So we've got some exciting things on the roadmap that we're currently working on, but you're absolutely right. It's so much more than just a transaction. While we're in the process of working on some things that will start to roll out in the near months, just to give you kind of a headline of some of the things we're thinking about, it is, early access to some of the product that, get it before anybody else does, first to know. And then also thinking about what are some of those exclusive content and engagement moments that are provided to our loyalty members that other people, unless they're part of the program, don't have access to. So I don't want to give away too many things that we're going to be rolling out shortly, but it absolutely is the intangibles as well as what are those experiential moments. And I think that, hopefully as we begin to have, we get further away from, the pandemic, and people are shopping in stores, and there's that really desire to be together, we can really think about those experiential and those in-person moments as well. In addition to the content, and then of course shopping.
Okay, excellent. One of the things that we see is, we have a growing membership base. We have different meetings with them. We talk about technology or what are the next new things, emotional loyalty. How do you look at that? But technology is a big challenge, right? So with CDPs, AI, ML, all of these different opportunities that can create actionability and help, especially to get to personalization at scale. But it can be very challenging. Technology doesn't work. It may work. It doesn't integrate. There's no API. The SDK kit's bad. What do you think the most significant challenge for brands say when it comes to technology, and how does rue21 work to address these challenges?
That's a great question. I think, when I think about technology, there are two really big challenges that come to mind. The first is relevance. Technology is always evolving and changing. And so what was in, a new technology a year ago could be out of date soon. And so it's really about making sure that the technology that you're investing in is continually updated, and you've got a team of people really focused on how do you tap into new capabilities from your existing technology, as well as keeping it as relevant as possible. The other piece about technology that, is so pivotal is the integration. Yep. And it's, if you have all of these different technology systems, not just from a marketing or CRM perspective, but as we think about how does POS play a part of it? How does, your e-com play a part of it? It's making sure that everything is integrated seamlessly so that not only do things work as expected, but as you leverage the benefits of technology, think about real-time personalization and all of the various different things that we all would say are key in ordering to really create that best customer experience. They have to work together harmoniously. So at rue21, we've got a fantastic, IT team. And then we also have our PMO office is really playing a key part in bringing everybody together. Okay. And making sure that as we think about these evolutions, and as we think about, really transforming and focusing on the different systems that we need from a technology perspective, that we've got strong processes in place and we're thinking about all of the implications from end to end. So it's definitely a continued opportunity. I think all retailers probably experience it, but it's something that's so important in order to win, not only from a business perspective, but in order to be relevant to customers.
Absolutely. You mentioned personalization earlier. What do you think the challenges are with regard to personalization, and what's the opportunity for personalization with organizations who have a customer loyalty focus?
Yeah, I think, the exciting thing about personalization is it's all about the data, and loyalty helps bring in data that you otherwise wouldn't have as you've identified customers and you begin to learn more about their behavior. I think with personalization, it's really about what do you do with that data? How do you create actionable insights with the data that deliver measurable results? So, having a wealth of data is really valuable, but it's about what do you do with it? So for personalization, it's about finding the ideas that are really going to drive the most meaningful results. I think a test and learn agenda is always so important. So it's making sure that you may have, a long list of ideas of things that we think could be the big winners. How do we quickly test them, read and react the results from our customers? What are they responding to? And then move forward and roll out. Personalization is, a word that's been around for a while, but it's really about finding what matters the most to the broadest amount of people, and then creating either that one-to-one or that one-to-many opportunity as we think about segmentation. So we're really excited about personalization and always creating that more meaningful customer experience. We certainly are in the process of really rolling out those capabilities and enhancing that experience for our customers. And what I love about, just being a part of this industry is that you can learn from what others are doing. And there are so many brands out there that are really doing it well. And we absolutely look to glean insights and best practices from others as well as we continue our personalization journey.
That's awesome. When you look at partnerships, partnerships are a growing area of interest from the brands we speak to, member, non-member, making sure there's alignment. And I think there's a kind of a move from kind of more massive partnership opportunities to more synergistic, aligned opportunities. But then you have the technology integration challenges as well. That can be a piece of that. But, how has your brand traditionally approached partnerships with other brands, and how may you look at that going forward?
Yeah, I think, partnerships are so important as we think about how we're going to win today. It was different than how we were going to win 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And, there's a maxim that if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. And I think that that's really the right way to think about it, is that partners are key to the success of any modern day brand. And it's everything from your technology partners to any agency partners that you work with. And then even thinking bigger picture, brand partners, who are the brands that align with your values and with your vision, and that can really help enhance the way that you reach your customers. So partners are key for us. Yep. You mentioned seamless. That's really important. I think having partners that really you can develop those really strong relationships with, so they become an extension of your team, is so important. And it's about just finding who aligns with, the DNA of the brand. And that's really something that we're focused on at rue21 is, working with partners that really, where we can work together and lift both boats and make sure that we are creating value for our customers.
Absolutely. And when you look at your customers, everyone knows customers are changing in a number of different ways, how they engage with the brand, what they want from the brand potentially. How do you feel your customers are changing at rue21? And is it for the general fashion industry, is that the kind of the same changes holistically, or maybe a little different for you and your customers?
Yeah, I think, what's really unique about the rue21 customer, and I'll start with a brand actually, is we are truly a brand that stands for inclusivity and authenticity. And that's so important, for us, not just to say, but to really walk the walk. And so as we think about all of the ways that we speak to our customers, all of the activations that we do, our product offering, we offer incredible fashion at accessible prices. And so we really are able to support our customers and serve a purpose in their lives that they really can't find from other brands. And as we look at the core makeup of our customer, we serve that 15 to 25-year-old girl and guy customer. So Gen Z is 15 to 25-year-old right now, but we know that Gen Alpha is right behind them. But for us, the multicultural customer is also a really key focus of ours. So about 40% of our customers are from multicultural backgrounds. And it's so important that we think through the lens of the customer. We always have to lead with empathy and the customer at the core of everything that we do. So, that's why data is important, but it's also important to get out there and talk to your customers. We spend time in stores, we listen to our store associates, we make sure we're reviewing voice of customer and surveys and anything that can help us better understand what makes our customers tick. And I think that that's really just at the foundation. So customers are always going to evolve and change in terms of what their desires are. And as long as you listen to them and we make sure that we are keeping them at the center of all of our decision making, we're going to continue to move forward. If it's right for the customer, it's right for the brand. And that's really the lens that we use internally.
That's awesome. When you look at kind of KPIs, what KPIs do you look at for your customer loyalty program that are important to you from a measurement perspective?
Sure. So of course, enrollment matters, especially because we're still in the earlier stages of our program. So we absolutely are looking at our enrollment rate. We always look at our sales penetration rate. We want to make sure that as we continue to enroll new customers, that we're really seeing that translate into sales. And then, there are other KPIs that we look at as we think about the full customer experience, such as retention rate, and our reward redemption rate is another one as well. The reward is what we've talked about. It's driving that extra trip. So how do we make sure we keep an eye on that? And then we're doing everything that we can do to encourage those customers to keep coming back.
Okay. What do you think the next big thing for customer loyalty is, maybe for your industry or even more particularly for rue21?
I think we talked about it a little bit earlier, and you nailed it when you said it's about those experiential moments. I think loyalty, as customers have the option to enroll in loyalty programs from so many different retailers and brands these days, I think it's really about how do you continue to provide your customer with those intangibles, with those things that really matter to them that aren't just transactionally based. And so that's really where our focus is of course, we want to continue to engage those transactions. That is so important. But how do we think beyond that? And it's transactions and so what is that and how do you create those moments of magic for customers? Because if you create those moments of magic, that's ultimately how you foster brand love. And then the goal is to get to brand advocacy. So for us, it's thinking about what are those intangibles and how do we make them come to life for our customers so that we can retain them and create that brand advocacy.
Okay, great. And when you look at your competitors, how do you think you're different from your competitive set? And, do you see the same sorts of efforts within that group, or, what do you think you're doing differently?
Yeah, I think really, as mentioned, what sets us apart is the fact that we really have this focus on the multicultural customer, and we offer incredible fashion and at great accessible prices. So we really serve a purpose in our customers' lives. rue21 is a destination where customers can come and express their individuality through fashion. So as we think about that idea of individuality, rue21 celebrates our customer base. We like to say that Rue is you. So it doesn't matter what your personal style is. It doesn't matter, what your aesthetic is. We really are a brand for everybody. And that's represented in the fact that we do carry inclusive sizing. We carry a variety of different styles, and that we really can offer that to our customers. And so we feel really proud about the fact that we do truly stand for inclusivity, authenticity, and accessibility in a way that, others, I think just in a way that others aren't.
Absolutely. And what can Loyalty 360 do for you and your team to help in your customer loyalty journey?
I think it's really about those connections. As you mentioned earlier, we know that we can learn so much from others. And I think that all brands and all retailers can do the same. So I think for Loyalty 360, it's continuing to put out content, that is really helping others learn from best practices. It's about creating connections between brands and between partners. And it's just about really giving the loyalty community and the customer community a platform to connect and engage. I think the best thing that we all can do is identify that we don't know it all. And so how can we partner with others, and how can we leverage those best practices? Because at the end of the day, if it's good for customers, it's going to be good for business. And how do we make sure that we're learning from one another and supporting one another?
Absolutely. Well, Julie, I better add this whole thing. I can't speak. Well, Julia, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today. It was definitely interesting to hear what you're doing at rue21. I think one of the things that is really unique is kind of the passion you have for the customer, but also for the program, just how you spoke to and of the program is very unique. You don't always hear that in some of the interviews we do, and I think it definitely resonated with the interview today. And it was great to hear because, like I said, you don't always hear that, and when it does come out, especially in a genuine manner like it did today, I think it's very refreshing.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciated the opportunity. Great to speak with you, and we'll look forward to continuing to connect.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening, and look forward to having you back for another Leaders in Customer Loyalty interview soon. Thank you very much.